The time is 6:29 on this Wednesday evening, October 4th, 2017. It's now 6:30 and it's time now for the Peter Channel Evening News on Notes. Wednesday evening, October 4th, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter J. Wiggins. It is 6:30 p.m. on this Wednesday evening, and our top story on the Peter Channel Evening News on this Wednesday evening is Marilyn Denley, girlfriend of the Las Vegas shooter Stephen Paddock, was madly in love, and the FBI to interview Denley and gunman's girlfriend to be questioned in LA, not Las Vegas, sheriff said. Rex Tillson's long-simmering frustrations pressed onto public stage. I tell two Puerto Ricans what Trump saw and what he didn't. Travel Operation 16 forecast hit U.S. Gulf Coast as hurricane this weekend. Senate intelligence has warned that Russian election meddling continues. Spanish king ignored millions of gallons according to Puigdemont. President Theresa May had to give a major speech and it didn't go well. Putin says Russia has many friends in U.S. who can mend relations. Republicans signal some openness to the new gun legislation on bump stocks. Prosecutor returns donation from lawyer in closed Trump case. Perimeter McCormick prison secured. No escape that they know about so far. The leader of a Sunni Islamic terrorist group in Syria was critically injured in a Russian attack Moscow's defense ministry said on Wednesday. A Turkey court sentenced 34 people to life in prison Wednesday for their roles in an attempt to assassinate President Recep Tayyip Erdogan during a failed coup. The Netherlands Defense Ministry and the top military commander have resigned over the deaths last year of two Dutch soldiers in Mali. Uber's board of directors has approved a series of forms of the ride-sharing company after allowing SoftBank to buy a huge stake. U.S. counterintelligence operative in Korea is the subject of the Blaine Harden's new book, King and Spies. The governors of the 7 western states stand to plan to create a network of charging stations in order to expand electric vehicle use in the region. Wells Fargo said Wednesday they had a plan to refund customers who were improperly assessed mortgage rate lock extension fees that were in the bank's own fault. Residents in East Tennessee were advised to stay in their homes Wednesday after a nearby manufacturing plant reported an incident called a process upset. Senator ex-CEO Equifax can't be trusted in Americans' personal data. Warren Buffett and Larry Fink criticized Trump's tax plan. All right, looking at stocks now. 1997 reports at 22,661.64. SP 5 up 3.16 points at 2537.74, and NASDAQ up 2.9 went at 6534.63. Nobel Prize in Chemistry awarded for the 3D views of life's biological machinery. Alien magnetic structure ruled out for some of the stars' weird dimming. 40% of cancers linked to obesity and overweight according to the CDC. And look at that. New England Insulars reported Manchester, New Hampshire 1 hour ago. Engine 9, ALS1 Delta response 78, South Willow Street. A motor vehicle bicycle accident. Peter Channel News time is 6:33 on this Wednesday evening, and it's time now for a sports report. The North Lancers boys soccer team come up short. A 2-1 loss to the Austin Panthers as the Lancers drop to 10-1-0 in the season. And Cam Newton-Mock's female reporter during media session. And belligerent Alex Morgan calls the scene at Disney World. Name drops Orlando SWAT team. Peter Channel News time. 6:34 on this Wednesday evening, and it's time now for traffic and transit report. Beep! Let's study off on the MTA where the Worcester train 521, 5 p.m. from substation up in 5 minutes late between Natick and Worcester Station doing an early trespasser strike. No alert for today. In the Needham line, Hingham Hall ferry trip 605 from Long Wharf, Boston to Hewitt's Cove in Hingham is running approximately 10 minutes late due to boat traffic. And now, look at highways and byways of New England, down in Rhode Island, 95 on the southbound side, 8 so between Pawtucket down to Providence, 95 on the northbound side, 8 so between Cranston down to Providence, 13 eastbound side, 8 so between Jamestown and Newport via the Newport Bridge, 95 on the northbound side, so between Thurston and Rourke down to downtown Providence, 195 westbound side, 8 so between Seacock and downtown Providence, 120 on the southbound side. It is slow between Mass Pike in Weston all the way down to the Braintree Split. 120 on the northbound side, so between Braintree and Randolph. 3 on the southbound side. It's so between Braintree all the way to 18 Weymouth. 7 Expressway, both sides is backed up between the Split all the way down in the Mass Pike. Mass Pike, both ends are backed up between San Williamstown and Logan Airport. Mass Pike westbound side. It's backed up all the way down to Weston. Mass Pike eastbound side. It's on the Newton Corner. Mass Pike westbound side. Also a Framingham stretch. 120 on the northbound side. It's so between Route 20 and Walton down to Route 2 and Lexington. 120 on the northbound side. So between Route 3 and Burlington. And down in Route 1 up in Peabody. 93 on both ends back between Somerville and Boston. Northbound side. It is backed up before 120 in Reading. 120 on the southbound side. So the Reading stretch. 3 on the northbound side. It's so between 120 and Burlington down to Billerica. 495 on the southbound side. It's over the Lowell stretch. 495 on the northbound side. It's over the Long stretch. 185 on the northbound side, then up to Route 9 in Westboro, down to Route 20 in Marlborough. Central and Western Massachusetts Highways are looking good. The Pike's looking good from Westboro all the way down to the New York State border. Down in Connecticut, 95 on the northbound side, so between Greenwich down to Bridgeport, 95 on the southbound side, it's so between 7 down to Greenwich. Mary Parkway eastbound side, so between Greenwich down to Fairfield and westbound side, it's also the Bridgeport stretch. 95 southbound side, it's so between 495 up in Foxborough all the way down to the Rhode Island border in Hanover. And Vermont, North Carolina always off, looking good. Peter Chill News time is 6:36 on this Wednesday evening, and it's time now for a weather report. The latest on Total Depression 16 as of 5 p.m. Central location 12 and a half to the north, 82 and a half to the west, max sustained winds 35 miles an hour, movement northwest at 7 miles an hour, and public advisory live threatening flash floods and mudslides possible over the portions of Central America from the Depression. Tropical warning in effect for Sandy Bay, surfing near Ecuador, Pentacastillo, Honduras. Tropical warning means that tropical conditions are expected somewhere within water, in the case within the 12 to 24 hours. Interest elsewhere in Honduras, the Bay Islands, and western Cuba, and Yucatan Peninsula should monitor the progress of the depression. The hurricane watch could have issued for portions of the Yucatan Peninsula this evening, and for storm formation specific area, please monitor the progress issued by a local and national meteorological service. At 5 p.m., the center of tropical depression 16 will located in latitude 12 and a half to the north, latitude 82 and a half to the west, and depression moving toward the northwest near 7 miles an hour, and that's mostly expected to tonight. On the forecast track, the depression should be near the coast of Nicaragua early Thursday, moving across northeastern Nicaragua and eastern Honduras late Tuesday, Thursday, emerging and in the northwest Caribbean Sea on Friday. Max sustained winds being 35 miles an hour gust. Depression forecast become a 12 storm by overnight, and estimated minimum pressure 1,005 millibars at 29 to 68 inches, and rainfall depression expected to produce a fall in rain accumulations. Friday night, Nicaragua 15 to 20 inches, outside 30 inches. Costa Rica and Panama 5 to 10 inches, outside 20 inches. Honduras 2 to 5 inches, outside 8 inches, and every rainfall occur over a wide area. It could location well away from the center along the Pacific coast of Central America. This rainfall could cause light rain, flash floods, and mudslides. Rain drops and conditions are expected to start in the border area in Nicaragua early on Thursday and spread in the Honduras late Thursday, as well as the journey by the cyclone affecting portion of the coast of Nicaragua will begin to affect the land areas and around the northwestern Caribbean later this week. So as likely to cause light rain and surf recurring conditions, please consult on it to me a local Rev office. And service number 1, tropical low pressure located over west central Cuba as of 2 p.m. and extended northward into the Straits of Florida, put us on a broad area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms across the southern peninsula of Florida and the northwestern Bahamas, and the adjacent Atlantic waters, and although significant trouble and development of this system is still not expected due to the strong upper level winds, brief squalls will likely to produce locally heavy rainfall and strong gusty winds over the portion of the Bahamas and the southern Florida peninsula during the next couple of days. Formation chance 4 hours, low near 0%, and formation chance 5 days, low near 0%. And take a look at the radar satellite. And seeing some clouds and rain showers in Moosehead Lake region, Maine, over the northeastern Maine. And zooming you out just a little bit, some lines of clouds and showers and storms from Quebec, all the way to upstate New York, from Plus spreads between Syracuse and Utica, and rain showers in north central Pennsylvania, and another line of showers and storms stretching the line from Quebec and Montreal down for Toronto and southwestern Ontario. And a few rain showers in north central Ohio, north of Columbus, Ohio. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. Tonight, increased cloud about 50 degrees and southwest about 8 miles an hour. For Thursday, we have a taste of summer. Mostly sunny forecast about 55 degrees. West about 6 miles an hour. Night, southwest wind. For Friday, chance of showers may after 11 a.m. Plus the sun's about 32 degrees. Calm wind coming in westbound 5 miles in the afternoon. Chance of 30%. New response less than 7 inches. Pulse for Friday. Slight chance of showers after 2 a.m. Otherwise, most clouds about 54 degrees and calm wind becoming southbound. 5 miles an hour, just page to 20% for Saturday, slight chance of showers, mostly clouds about 72, about 62 degrees, and just page to 20%. Sunday, chance of showers, mostly clouds about 77, about 63 degrees, and just page to 45%. Columbus Day, chance of showers, mostly clouds about 74, about 63 degrees, and just page to 50%. For Tuesday, chance of showers, mostly clouds about 74, about 61 degrees, just page to 50%. And for Wednesday, chance of showers, but the sun's about 72 degrees, and just page to 30%. Currently in fair, Taunton it's fair 66, and Naughton it's fair skies, and we have a temperature of 64, humidity 81%. That's going to be it for the Peter Channel Evening News on this October 4th, 2017 on a Wednesday evening. I'm PJ with you. Have a good evening, goodbye day. To the not see you at 11 o'clock for a late hour report. Hope you all have a good evening.